I tried everything to lose weight. Tracking, discipline, early mornings. I even tried the carnivore diet at one point, and nothing stuck. I felt frustrated, exhausted, and disconnected from my body, because the thing is that this was actually a reoccurring story. I've spent the entirety of my life chasing weight loss, chasing a body that I truly deep down felt was impossible for me. Well, I realized something really crucial. It wasn't about working harder. It was about the woman that I was becoming in the process. Today, I am breaking down 3 shifts that made weight loss stick. They will work for you too. I started my YouTube Pilates journey after my second baby. At first, I was just looking for a way to reconnect with my body, have some kind of time in the day that was just mine. Sometimes I'd work out, sometimes I wouldn't, but the real change happened when I finally stopped forcing the discipline. For the first time in my entire life, I started doing movement not out of a place of desperation or urgency, but out of a place of alignment, of I actually really enjoy this. These 30 minutes are mine, nobody touched them, this is my time for myself. And sometimes it was really inconsistent. I had to get up, I had to feed the baby, I had to make lunch, I had to pause the video, start. I mean, it was really messy, but I showed up anyway, because I wasn't chasing the discipline anymore. I started showing up as the version of myself who already prioritizes her body. I started to see myself as someone who takes care of her body instead of someone trying to fix herself. Here's the thing. Your identity perceives your behavior. Who you believe you are is more important than the habits that you are trying to implement. Because trying to implement the habit without first taking a look at the stories that you've been telling yourself, why you think that you're the girl who always starts over. If you've struggled with your body for a long time like I did, there's a story that plays into your head every single time you try to start up a new habit. That story needs to be taken a look at before the habit can stick. Acting as if doesn't work if your body and your nervous system aren't aligned. If you don't tackle the identity, trying to force discipline in all these new habits feel like an attack in your ecosystem. Like trying to join the gym on January 1st after spending the whole previous year completely disconnected from your body. That amount of unsafety wires the nervous system and burns you out before you even get a chance to really see results. Embodied identity leads to consistent and sustainable choices. You choose the healthier thing because that is your new story. You no longer think that you're the girl who always starts over. You know that you are the woman who takes care of her body, and so you embody it. You prove it to yourself. You show up as that woman every day. If you're stuck with this first shift, don't worry. I have a free 7-day identity shift guide. I will link it down below. 7 days of actionable steps that you can take throughout this next week to help this new identity feel safe in your body. Guide your actions from an aligned place. Shift number 2 was my energy. I finally realized that my cravings, my emotional eating, low motivation, or that self-criticism weren't about willpower. They were about my energy, overgiving, stress, people-pleasing, lack of emotional safety within myself, trying to be something that I'm not. They were literally keeping my body inflamed and stuck. The second that I started protecting my energy, such as my sacred 30 minutes of YouTube Pilates a day, taking micro breaks, listening to my body, the weight started responding. When your energy is scattered, your body doesn't know that it's safe to release weight. Hunger signals get confused because of so many years of disconnect. Emotional cravings kick in, you feel exhausted, frustrated, and just disconnected. This is why eating less and moving more doesn't always work. For me, this meant noticing that I was overextending. I was giving all of my energy away to a relationship that was not serving me, trying to be the perfect mom, the perfect wife. And I started finally creating boundaries, protecting my energy, focusing on myself, bringing my energy field back into me, listening to my body's signals. Everything shifted. Weight loss became easier because my body finally felt supported. This is also something I go over in my free 7-day guide. This week, pick an area of your life where you feel like you're being stretched too thin. Take a step back. Say no. Ask for help. Ask for support, and notice how your energy shifts and your body starts to feel lighter. The third shift I made was nervous system regulation. For years, I pushed my body into survival mode. I was running on little to no sleep. I was living on autopilot. It was daycare, 9 to 5, cook dinner, go to bed, next day, same thing. I felt stressed. I felt overwhelmed, and I just felt like, what is the point? That's when I realized that my nervous system was hijacking my result. I was doing YouTube Pilates at the time, but there was no possible way of being consistent as I was in survival mode. So once I started bringing my awareness back into my body, a way that felt nurturing, not punishing, everything changed. Nervous system regulation is often overlooked because you can eat perfectly, work out on the same routine, push through your fatigue, but if the nervous system doesn't feel safe, you don't see any result. Think about it. Like when your body is stressed, your cortisol spikes, puts you into fight or flight mode. So your body is holding onto weight out of protection. Body feels inflamed, holds onto the weight, it sabotages you. True transformation happens when your body feels safe, seen, and supported. I used to punish myself with back-to-back yo-yo dieting, workout plans that I would not be able to actually stay consistent with because they weren't meeting me where I was at. Get frustrated when I fell off and then have to start again on Monday until I just dropped it for months on end. It wasn't sustainable. And by the way, all the dieting that you've been doing, it just disconnects you further from your intuitive rhythm. Diets literally equal resistance. And after so many cycles of disconnect, your body stops trusting you. Creating body safety and trust within yourself with these gentle practices, you will finally be able to see results. Again, I give you free step-by-step guides in the identity shift guide down below. Tonight, spend 3 to 5 minutes just tuning back into your body. When our nervous system feels unsafe, when we're in survival mode, it can feel really easy to just disconnect, not care, like just live day to day on autopilot, not deal with it until the monster gets so big that now you're suffering from like chronic illnesses. So take some time, 5 minutes is all you need. Notice where your body's holding on to tension, where it's holding on to pain. Everything has a meaning. Absolutely everything within the body, whether it's just a little nudge on your shoulder or like a twist in your gut, everything has spiritual context, energetic context, because the body is the last place where these blockages show up. It starts here, and then it moves throughout your energetic field. When I was at my heaviest, over 200 pounds, I was so deeply disconnected that there was a point where I actually sprained my knee. I couldn't go into work and I was on crutches in such pain. And it was the accumulation of all the emotional stress and baggage that I wasn't willing to take a look at. This is just to show you how deep this could go. Even just pausing for a few minutes and tuning back into the body can send signals to your nervous system that it is safe. So to recap, the 3 shifts that I made to finally make weight loss stick after my second baby were identity, becoming someone who naturally prioritizes her body and letting go of the old story, energy, protecting my energy, my time, nervous system, regulating my nervous system so my body could just naturally respond. These shifts aren't about doing more or trying harder. It's about showing up fully as yourself and dropping what's been draining you. Your body, your energy, and your identity align and everything flows from there. So yes, I did YouTube Pilates every single day for an entire year. Whether that was 5 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, it didn't matter. I showed up. That was only possible because of these shifts that I made. Yes, it transformed my body, but more importantly, it transformed the relationship that I have with my body. I no longer force, I no longer restrict. I maintain my ideal weight effortlessly because that's who I am. Body just responds naturally to these shifts that I made. If this resonates with you, I want to invite you to join my live reset before the resolution this upcoming December 26th. It's a free live event where I guide women step by step to resetting their feminine energy and embodying that woman of their dreams without the force, without the dieting, without the restriction. I will drop the link down below so you can register. Spots are limited and I really want you there. Join through the link in my bio. It's your turn to show up fully for yourself, as yourself, your body, your energy, and your life. I love you so, so much. And don't forget to drop any questions down below. I'll see you in the next one.